Welcome to Spiritual Minefield. There's some Christians who say or teach that the rapture happens on seal number 6. Is that true? Does the rapture really happens here? So I'm going to show you that that is false. There's no way that could happen there. Why? Because the Great Tribulation is for the Great Tribulation is for 7 years. Okay? Now, we see here that the Great Tribulation is 7 years, but the 3.5 years is going to be and this one so here Jesus, he's going to bring the great delusion. He's going to allow this to happen through the Antichrist. And then he's going to start bringing the wrath, meaning the 7 plagues. So what is the wrath? The wrath is so we see that you got 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7. The number 7 represents God. Number 7 represents God. Number 6 represents man / Satan. That's what the number 6 represents. So now, when 1 Thessalonians says that he's going to come to save us from the coming wrath, the whole 7 years is called, God's wrath. Why do I say that? Well, let's look at Now, I know I put here in the last 3.5 years, I put here the wrath of God, but that's just to show you that these are the bombardments of God's judgment. But in reality, God's judgment is the whole 7 years, but he's not going to bring natural disaster and all the plagues until the half. But the strong delusion is going to come. Now, the strong delusion and the wrath of God is both in the same, okay? They're both in the same. It's just he's broken in two to bring for the Antichrist to be allowed to bring a false peace, and then God will start raining his 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 bowls. So these right here is going to happen here. These is going to happen there. So strong delusion is going to be when Antichrist comes and deceives the whole nation. Now, in 1 Thessalonians, we are told that verse 1:10, that we will be spared from the coming wrath. The wrath is a whole 7 years, so we'll be spared from that. Not during the... Now, why would God come and rapture the saints in the middle of the 7 years? So basically, you got Let me see. You got seal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rapture happens on 6. Why would God not count all 5 of the seals belonging to the wrath and only 6? And it's because they read a passage that says, for the wrath of the Lamb and of God has come. But the word has come, if you look at it, it has an A and an O in the Greek. And the reason why they do that for has come is to show that it's already been there, meaning it's already started since seal 1. That's what this here means in the Greek. If you look at a Strong's number that has these little things here, A and O, to signify that has come, it's already occurred, meaning it's an ongoing thing that has arrived. So basically, this signifies that has come. It doesn't mean that it just started to come. It means that it's already there, and the people recognize that God's wrath already started. So as you can see here, the Great Tribulation is 7 years. The rapture happens sometime here. This is where the rapture happens, before the 7 years. Before the 7 years occurs. So remember, the 7 years is the wrath of God, but then the rapture happens here, and then the rest occurs. And then after the 7 years comes Jesus to reign. Thank you for listening.